Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to Adapt to Thrive. And you know me, I'm your host. Thanks for joining us. Today, I have a very special guest, and she is amazing. She's going to be sharing some amazing opportunities with us today. And I want you to join me in welcoming the beautiful Sotonye Deru. And she's going to be joining us shortly. So I'm going to try to add her to join the conversation and also add her on Instagram as well. So Sotonye Deru is basically an award-winner entrepreneur, and she has been in the business industry, wedding business industry, for such a long time. And she is an amazing woman. She is also the founder of Luxury Wedding Planner in London, and they offer fantastic wedding planning services. And she's going to be sharing some of those amazing businesses that she does with us as well as empowering moms as well. So I'm going to welcome her to join us now. Okay, let me see. Hey, how are you?
Hi. Okay.
Thanks. Can you hear me properly?
I can. You are looking
Fantastic.
beautiful as always.
Bless you. So I'm going to add you on Instagram. Welcome to Adapt to Thrive platform. It's a pleasure to have you here with us today. You are such an amazing woman, and we really appreciate the fantastic work that you're doing in terms of supporting, people in business, and also, being the amazing entrepreneur that you are, being a multi-award winner, looking after your wonderful children as well, and
Yeah.
also being a speaker, motivational author, someone who has actually traveled around so many different places to teach the young people as well as the older people how to brand yourself, how to be in business. So I'm just going to go live, and I'm going to add you to join me on Instagram. So I want to say welcome again to all our wonderful guests. Thank you all for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you here. Say hi, everybody. Give us some hearts and some love. Show some love to my wonderful guest today. Sotonye Deru, okay? She is now joining me live on Instagram. Okay, that's it. I'm just going to add you very quickly to join me on Instagram. Fantastic. Wow, lots of people joining. Thank you so much. Welcome to this platform. It's amazing to have you. Okay, just waiting for you to join. Here we go. Hey, beautiful. Thanks for joining on Instagram. How are you?
I am. Oh, just there's
Okay, there's an echo. So if you have your headphones, you can actually put them in, or you can reduce your volume a little bit. Are you able to hear me?
yeah. Let me just try my headphones.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to all our wonderful guests. Thanks for joining us today on the Adapt to Thrive. And this is where we discuss about motherhood, and we talk about career as well as entrepreneurship. Today, I have a wonderful guest with me, and her name is Sotonye Deru. She is a multi-award winning entrepreneur. She's a speaker, business goals coach. She's a keynote motivational speaker, author, and she's an author of actually 3 books, which is truly amazing. International business teacher who travels the country and inspires young and older people as well. So today she's joining us. She's going to be sharing some amazing tips with us, and we're here to basically learn to grow our business, to grow our brand. So it's going to be an amazing conversation. Just let me check that everything is okay. The audio. Are you able to reduce the volume a little bit for me?
Yeah. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can. Okay. But I guess there's a bit of echo.
Because I've got my. I have my headphones. Let me
Okay,
see.
can you hear me? Oh, there's a feedback, isn't it?
Mm.
Okay. Let me see what else we could do. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
You can. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Okay. So welcome everybody once again. Sorry about the technical difficulties. This is what happens when you go live, but you know what? We keep it moving and that's all good. So yes, thank you so much for joining us again. Thanks for your amazing support, joining the Adapt to Thrive. Today I have a wonderful guest and I'm super excited to speak to her. She is full of energy and she is just an amazing, fantastic entrepreneur. So welcome to the show, Miss Deru, or should I say Mrs. Deru?
Yes, that's right. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
you're
Thank you.
amazing.
So excited and so happy to be on this platform. Anything to do with empowering women and helping them to be the best that they can be and be the best version that they can be. That's my heart. That's my heart's desire.
Fantastic.
For everybody to fulfill their purpose and just live a life of fulfillment and
Yes,
joy and happiness. So thank you for empowering females to do, what they've maybe always wanted to do, but maybe didn't have the confidence or have the support. And this
yeah.
network is just amazing. So I'm honored to be on here this
Thank you
this
so
evening.
much. You know what? I just admire you. I've read about your bio and I see all the amazing work that you're doing currently and how you've actually started. And, I know that you're somebody who has a lot of confidence. And I think that's actually helped you in so many ways in terms of you going ahead and starting your business. Now, let's go into one of the business that you started, which is about many years ago. And we're talking about the luxury wedding planner, luxury wedding planner London. I looked at your website. I absolutely love it. The pictures are amazing. And this is what we're talking about when we talk about, women in business. You have your website, you have your brand, you stand out online, you speak with confidence, you step out. And all this have actually started way back from when you were, at a stage in your life when you felt you wanted to kind of have, a different lifestyle. You knew what you wanted and you went for it. But however, some of us, we're not really sure what we actually want, isn't it? And sometimes we struggle to find what is our purpose. You understand? So, tell us about that journey, what it was like for you, for someone who's already very confident, very energetic, and kind of understands and know what they want. But to other people, they're not really sure what their purpose is. So help us to really understand how we can actually find our purpose.
Okay, so it's interesting that you say, oh, for somebody that was already confident, but no, I'm still on that journey.
Wow.
So, many years ago, and even just take it back. So I actually did a law degree.
Yes.
And I set my whole life up to be, that was what I believed was what I was meant to be doing, working in the legal sector.
Yeah.
And along the way things changed, and I kind of took a break from the legal sector. I finished my law degree, and I just had a burden and a passion for young people at that time. I just saw that, quite a few of the young men were being excluded from school. Some of the young girls, teenage pregnancy and all these kind of things. I just thought, wow, you don't know the greatness that lies inside of you. You just
Absolutely
don't know how amazing you are, and that you
yes.
can have whatever future you so desire to have. So that
Indeed.
burden just kept on just being in my spirit, and I just, it's just something I couldn't shift. Couldn't shift. So I thought, let me take a bit of time out of the law field, because I still had to go on and do like another course, and then I would have become qualified. I thought, let me use the opportunity to take some time out and just go and work with young people in whichever capacity.
Yes.
And by chance, I was speaking to somebody at my university who was working in a youth club, and then he then said, oh, that he's going to be leaving and I should apply for his role. I did that, got in there, and that kind of started my journey towards working with young people. Now I start with that journey because that was the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I also started a legal business as well. So it was like in the same year, I just stepped out and just did the things that I was passionate about. Now, in regards to working with young people, how that started my entrepreneurial journey was I then came to write my first book. So I'm an author of 3 books, and
That's
that
brilliant.
was the birthing of the first book, a book for young people, just to help them to know that there's no excuses. If you want to be great, go out and make it happen.
Yes.
And then, like I said, I started my legal business. And then from there, I kind of just went on to do a few other businesses. Maybe your journey might have been straightforward. Mine definitely has not. Mine has been, tried
Indeed.
and tested journey.
Yeah.
And I never really set out to want to be an entrepreneur. I never set out to want to be my own business. That was not actually my intention.
Right.
But along the way, I realized that the things I actually want to do, they don't actually require me to work for anybody. I can actually just, work for myself. And that's what kind of took me down that route of actually, becoming an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So then I then got into events. So I used to help out at a lot of Christian events. And I got to a point where I realized that everybody wanted to have me on their team. Everybody wanted
Right.
me to be a part of the planning for the events. And I just thought, hold on, wait, they've obviously seen something in me that I haven't seen in myself. And when I realized, okay, actually I'm really good at planning events, let me actually take this further. I then launched my events company in 2010.
Fantastic.
And I decided to just do events purely for myself. It was a platform for me to connect with my audience in regards to being a business coach and a life coach.
Yeah.
So I decided to create my own platform.
Mm-hmm.
So let me put my children. Create my own platform and then do my own event. So it was called SD Events Management, and it was purely for. So I just need to put my charger. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Thank you all for joining. Thank you so much. So just to let you know, we're live streaming on different platforms at the moment. So you may see me looking at different angles. So I'm looking at YouTube, I'm looking at Facebook, and I'm also looking at Instagram. So this is the power of what it is when you go virtual online, when you're sort of live streaming. So just to let you know, but welcome on board. We do appreciate you. So carry on.
Lovely. Yeah. So it was an event company geared to do personal development events, business events, and career events. And then in 2012, I got married, and then I obviously planned my own wedding.
Wow.
And then I just thought, it would be nice to actually expand my events company into the wedding industry and actually start doing weddings.
Fantastic.
And I also saw that at the time, events and weddings wasn't being executed as I believe they should. Obviously, having an experience in events since 2006. I'd had 6 years of experience. So
yes.
2012, I just thought, let me come in, and actually, my mindset is always about impact. How can I impact this industry? How can I help it to the level it needs to be? I do, believe I'm a woman of excellence. So
yes, you are indeed.
I myself too. Needs to also be there needs to be a gold standard that everybody is working to and attaining to within the events wedding industry. So I got in 2012, and since then it's been absolutely amazing. In a short space of time, we became quite well known within the wedding industry.
Yes.
And we've worked at so many beautiful venues. We've worked with so many couples, and then in 2016, my gifting and my talent for training, I then merged that with wedding planning, and I started to train wedding planners.
Fantastic.
And now we have an international training academy for wedding planners.
That's what I'm talking about. Well done, girl. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Listen, apart from just doing the luxury wedding, you also now invest your time as a coach to help mums, because you yourself, you're a mother. And you know how challenging that can be, managing, trying to juggle, trying to balance. But, we always try to make it work somehow, because I'm a mother of 3. And, I just wonder, what keeps you going? What motivates you? Where do you get that energy from?
You know what? I always, first of all, I have to say it's just, God, the grace of God just allowing me to be able to do all the things that He has purpose for me to do.
Yes.
If everything that I'm doing is in alignment with why I was created. And there's a story in the Bible about the talents. Some was given 1, some was given 5, some was given 10. And I do believe that God has given me more than one talent. So whatever He has given unto me, he will then make it possible for it to happen. That's
Yeah.
my honest belief. So I believe
Mm-hmm.
that he has, opened the doors that needed to be opened. He
Yeah.
has brought the right people. He has made the connections. He set my people to help me carry the vision. And I've just literally just been obedient and obviously been diligent with the gift and the skill.
Absolutely.
Now, so number one, how I'm able to kind of do all the things I do is literally the grace of God. Secondly, I'm very much a woman of purpose. So in another quote I heard, I think it was Les Brown or Mars Monroe, one of them, where they speak about dying empty and not being letting the grave rob you of your gifts and your talents.
That's right.
So I'm like, no, while I'm here on this earth, I'm going
On
to give
this
it all.
earth.
I'm going to do it all. I'm going to like give birth to everything, every that I have, because I know that whatever I do is impacting lives and changing lives. And I'm about, at my core, I want everybody to live a purpose-led life. To not just live a mediocre life or not just be in a career because they think that's all they can do or that's what their family have just told them to do. But I really want to be an example that if you want to do something in life, go for it. Don't
go for it. Do it. Yeah.
So at my core, my purpose is to help others, and God has allowed me to have many vehicles to enable that. Like
fantastic.
The life coaching, the business coaching, the books, the workshops. So purpose keeps me going. God's strength keeps me going. And then also wanting to be a role model to my children.
Indeed.
Your children become what they see.
Yes.
And if I'm telling them, be the best you can be and believe in yourself and work hard and aim to be the best, and then they don't see that
showing them
reflected in me, then that's not the sort of mother I want to be. I want my children to see me excel, see me be successful, and know that they can also be successful. And I want to also expose them to different opportunities in life that I didn't get.
Absolutely.
And really give them a mindset that I didn't necessarily grow up with, but along the way, I've been able to now, develop that mindset. So I do what I do to impact lives, but to also be an example to my home, to my children, to those around me, for people to look and be like, if Sotonye can do it, if Sotonye can do it, then so can we. And that's the honest truth. So it's not easy, but anything worth doing in life will never come easy. If that was the case, everybody would be doing it. So my mindset is that I'm not trying to look for things to be easy, but I am trying to work smart. And when you work smart, then you put systems in place. There's certain things that you will build that in due time, they generate income by themselves, or they do they can run by themselves, or build it to a place where I have people that work for me. So therefore I'm not hands-on all the time. I have, systems and people in place to support. So along the way, you may start off with it all being you, but then if you build and you build well, then you build systems and you can bring people in to help carry the vision.
I love that. Absolutely. You executed that perfectly. Looking at the amazing points that you've made in terms of rising up and basically doing what you need to do, understanding your God-given talent, what God has given you for you to execute with faith. I absolutely love that, because this is what I tell people as well when it comes to just doing what you need to do. Whatever your gift, your talent, whatever your skills, your ability, your experience are, use it to change the world, because the world needs so many different things. They want, things needs to be changed. Impact needs to be made. So at the end of the day, rather than just waiting for somebody else to validate you, you need to validate yourself and just rise up and do it, because somebody's waiting for you. Because of you, somebody else, that person will actually rise up. Do you understand? Because they see you and the impact that you're making, that could actually influence them to now step out of their comfort zone and really do what they've been called to do. So that's really amazing. And I really do appreciate that. So God bless you for that. So let's talk about the Balanced Mom Club. This is an amazing club that you run. And this started off of the back of what you do as well. You being a mom. Tell us just a little bit about it before we go into the profit questions.
Okay, so the Balanced Mom Club is a platform where I want to help support moms to find balance, because
Yes.
a lot of the times we're running around, running on autopilot, we're doing everything and being everything to everyone, and
Yeah.
that's not healthy, that's not productive, and it's not effective. So so the and that was birthed out of me being that mum that was almost, I was almost going to burn out. Like I
Yeah.
literally was, I just had given birth to my second child. I don't even know what maternity leave even looks like for maternity. So good, you know. So I literally was doing the most, and I just had to slow it down.
Yes.
And I had to redesign my life and really think: is this the mum I want to be? Is this the wife I want to be? Is this the entrepreneur I want to be? And it wasn't. It wasn't, because I was tired, I was drained, and I just literally redesigned my life, and I brought more balance, and I became happier. And I was able to pick back up the things that actually made me feel fulfilled. Sometimes as mums, we don't make ourselves a priority, and we put everybody else before us.
Absolutely.
But one thing I've learned is that when you are full, then you can pour out from a place of abundance.
Exactly.
But when you are drained, then you're going to be grumpy. You're going to be irritable.
There's nothing to give.
Yeah, you've got nothing. And what you are giving is nobody's really happy about what.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I took a U-turn, and I started that journey. And the key word was balance, which is why it's the Balanced Mum Club, because balance isn't equal proportions that you give to everything. Balance is knowing what to do in what season.
Yes.
And also knowing what to do in each season, but also knowing that there's certain things that you definitely need to do in a typical day to make you feel fulfilled. And that could be even something like reading 2 pages from a book, something like that. That if you were to do that every day, you would feel fulfilled. So there's balance also looking at there's the wheel of life.
Yes.
And looking at the different areas of your life.
Absolutely.
And looking at, okay, yes, I might be excelling, as a mum, but my health is deteriorating.
Exactly.
Career-wise, I'm not really fulfilled in my job. I'm not, doing what I love. So the balance is knowing what you can do in which season, but also looking at your life as a whole and really trying to bring every level up, every area of your life up to a level that allows you to feel like, okay, I feel fulfilled and I feel happy. And I feel like I'm operating at a good level.
Absolutely. I think we've all actually felt it even more, especially during the lockdown, just having everything all happening at once. You're working from home, you're sorting out the children, you're doing homeschooling. How is homeschooling going for you currently anyway? How are you finding it?
It's interesting because I always said I wanted more time to actually invest into
and we were all given that time, weren't we?
Yeah, we weren't asked, but but I always did say that's something that I really wanted. And when I made the changes in my life, I actually became intentional about making sure that when my children come back from school, I don't work. So my working time is when they're at school. Once they're home, I'm now present with them.
Yes,
and they get
more focused with them. Yeah.
Until they go to bed. But what I was doing before was I was, trying to do my work and, trying to look after them. It just wasn't working. So I just felt that I need to be present. And me being present, I just learned so much about my children. I was able to enjoy them more because I wasn't just trying to tick a box. Oh, I've managed to do some work with my children today. Great, I've ticked that box. No, I actually was enjoying being able to spend that time with them and know that I'm helping them to grow in the different areas of their life. So
absolutely,
the homeschooling right now has actually been a blessing. I'm not perfect at it, I don't always have the hours that are needed, but it's been a blessing because it's something that I always wanted I wanted to have more time to be able to invest more in
the children.
Yeah.
And I think, investing in our children is the absolute ultimate thing that we need to do, what we can actually give them. You understand? So I believe in certain in actually prioritizing our time and also laying the right foundation for our children, because the foundation is key. And I could testify to that. I shared a little bit about my story with you when we have a conversation. So It's
Yeah.
about the foundation and how we actually help our children to nurture them to grow in the right direction, and
Yeah.
instilling the right morals and the right tools that they need to help them to become the great leaders that they need to be. So I really
Yeah.
do appreciate that you're confessing that you're not the best at it, but you're really making sure that you're doing the best that you possibly can, and that's all we
Yes.
need. We can only do our
Yes.
best. So that's really,
Yeah.
really good. Bless you. So,
Yeah.
since the lockdown has been quite challenging in terms of running a business, some people have been running their business online anyway, so the
Mm.
lockdown did not really affect them as such. But
Yeah.
for some people it was a challenge, and I know that you were probably running your business already online, so that was absolutely something that wasn't in any way strange to you. But
Yeah.
let's talk about the productivity and how that was for you during this lockdown, and how you've been able to kind of increase your productivity, as well as profiting even more, or maybe you had to navigate or pivot your business in a different way to be able to kind of create more avenue for revenues to come in. So if you just want to share some of the things that you did during this season, that would be really nice for our guests to hear.
Yeah. So I always try and see the best in every situation. So,
Yes.
COVID coming,
Hmm.
it's just it's a devastating time,
Yeah.
for whether I'm affected or I'm not affected. It doesn't. I'm not in like I'm not blind to what's happening, and I cry for those who have
Mm.
been affected, who have lost their lives,
Yeah.
families that have to deal with that. Um, but then on the other side, the fact that I haven't been affected, the fact that nobody close to me has been affected, is
Mm.
almost like, well, this could be an opportunity for you, or you can make this into an opportunity for you.
Absolutely.
So my mindset is that, okay, yes, weddings, like for the wedding business,
Mm.
we can't physically do weddings anymore. But what
Yes.
else can I do? How can I
Mm.
still stay relevant? How can I still meet the needs of my clients, my couples, my brides, my
Yes.
potential customers?
Mm.
How can I still stay relevant to them? So I started to now think, okay, how can I position myself in this time
Mm.
where I now become a voice of encouragement? Because
Yes.
there was a lot of brides needed encouragement. So I started
Indeed.
doing videos just to
Mm.
reassure couples, but also be a voice of information for them as well.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
So how can there's so much uncertainty in the wedding
Mm.
industry. We just don't know what to do. So as a
Yeah.
planner, what information can I give to my couples and any other couples following me on my platform that will help them to get through this time? Because as you know, on
Mm.
the other side, I'm a motivational speaker, I'm a life coach.
Yeah.
So I'm always thinking about how can I help people? How can I help
People.
people get through something? How can
Mm.
I, equip them so that they
Yes.
can survive and come out even better and stronger? So with that, so I kind of had that mindset that I know
Mm.
right now there's a problem where a lot of couples are feeling devastated.
Yes.
The brides are almost breaking down, like they're upset. So how can I bring hope
Mm.
and encouragement? And that's what I
Encouragement.
started doing those videos, which were received obviously very well.
Mm.
And then also I launched a new business in this time, which was it's a contract template business.
Right.
And
Okay.
again, I was meeting a need. So I'm very much, if there's a need, there's
Mm.
always going to be a business that
Exactly. Yeah.
created that
Yep.
need. So I was then fortunate. I obviously, as I have explained, I have a law
Mm.
background, and I
Yeah.
have people that work in the law field. So I was able to then form a partnership with a
Mm.
solicitor and draw up legally binding contract templates that wedding
Yes.
professionals could use. And again, the
Mm.
need arose because quite a few wedding vendors didn't have any contracts. So in a time
Contracts.
where
Yes.
weddings are not happening, and then if everybody's referring to the contracts, what does
Yes.
your contract say?
Say.
And yeah, so not
That
only
is
was I kind of,
incredible, actually. I love
yeah,
that. Yeah.
thank you.
That
So
is
not only
really
was I
good.
thinking about the needs of couples, I was
Mm.
also thinking about the needs of businesses, because one of
Businesses.
the businesses, because I'm a business coach to wedding professionals.
Yeah.
So I then had to think, okay, how can I also now support in that capacity? One of them was
Capacity.
through the contracts.
Mm.
And then, gosh, I did so many things. And then I just
You're a
did,
woman of so many skills and
so many
talents.
things. And then with my wedding planning,
I've met my match today.
oh my God, with my wedding planning coaching, there was an event that I do in person, which is called Wedding Planners Afternoon Tea. And obviously social distancing, I'm not trying to get anybody to come out. So I decided to take it online. And little did I know that was the best move I ever could have taken.
Incredible.
By me taking it online, it just expanded
the
platform. You know, where I was saying that we're an international training school.
Mm.
You know, and we had a few, you know, planners from, you know, around the world following us. Now
you now felt the international vibe.
We are international now, and also, you know, I was able to connect with award-winning luxury wedding planners from all over the world.
That's incredible. I love
and
that.
do events, you know. So that event now became online, and I was able to expand it just in so many different ways. So in answer to your question, like I've done so many things, but in answer to your question, I think what we're trying to get out here is in life there's always opportunity.
Yes.
And as an entrepreneur, like we always have to look for where is the opportunity, where is the problem, and how can we position our businesses to become the solution.
Yes.
Whenever you meet a solution, you will be paid for that, if that makes sense. So when we talk about business and revenue and income, it comes from meeting a problem and positioning yourself as the solution. Once you do that, then your business will grow because because people need it. People need what you're offering.
Absolutely.
When you launch a business that nobody needs, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
You might think it's great, but if nobody needs it, then
exactly.
It's not going to grow.
It has to feel. It has to feel of purpose, isn't it? Yes.
It has to feel a purpose. It has to, and it has to also, you know, have its uniqueness as well. You know, don't just do what everybody else is doing. Otherwise, how are you going to stand out? Especially in a market that's saturated.
Exactly.
I don't tell people don't go into a saturated market, but when you go into it, what's going to make you different? What's going to make you stand out?
Are you going to stand out? Yeah.
Why is somebody going to buy from you and not buy from somebody else? So in this time where there's a crisis and a lot of businesses have had to pivot and had to change, you know, you just now need to think, okay, my business, is this something that I can take online? The skill that I have, the talent that I have, can I now become a teacher?
Yes.
Can I now teach other people something that I know? You know, can I write a book? Can I write an ebook? Can I write a course, an online course?
Exactly.
You know, as we know, this was the time when everybody, I know I talk so much, so tell me when to stop.
Carry on. You've actually gone into the second question, which is absolutely fine, but carry on.
Lovely. So, you know, it's always about what can you do differently, but still meet the objective of the business.
Yes.
You know, and then how can you? I always say that when you run your business after for so long, like what is the next level for you? And especially in the wedding industry, the next level is for you to become a teacher, for you to become an expert. You position yourself as an expert by sharing your knowledge and becoming a teacher. That's how you then really now go to a whole nother level where people are now paying you money to teach them what you know. So, you know, any wedding vendor in this time, they really should have jumped onto going online and teaching what they know. And because we can't do physical events, but that doesn't stop the gift and the talents and the skill and the knowledge that you have. That's something that you can put out there and get paid for. And I saw some people doing it, and the people that were doing it, I knew they would do it because they're pioneers within the industry. So they're visionaries. They're already ahead of the game. They're already thinking, how am I going to still keep my business afloat? And they started, you know, doing things. And then obviously there's other people that haven't done anything, and it's not too late. Like, it's not too late to switch up how you're executing whatever it is that you're doing in this time.
Indeed.
And as we know, things may never go back to normal, or they may not, whatever. But anything you set up now, I still think it's going to be relevant. Anything that you take online now is still going to be relevant. Anything that you make digital now and you make virtual now is definitely still going to be relevant, because that's the way things are moving. We're in a digital age.
Absolutely.
We're in a digital age. So this is even a good time for you to really think about, how can I position my business online and create products and services that people can buy. Even when COVID is finished, it's still now going to be an arm to my business.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I think many businesses have actually registered, this season. Many businesses have actually gone ahead and registered a business and they're super excited about it. So many online businesses also have been born, so many things are happening. Lots of people are coming out with their creativity and really
Yes.
being creative this season, which is really amazing. It's amazing what we don't even know that we already know, and the greatness that is actually embedded in us, so it took
Yeah.
lockdown to actually bring out so many gifts and talent and creativity, you
Yeah.
understand, to really allow people to know how great they are, in terms of being productive, especially during this season. Now, you must have sort of had so many different
Yeah.
challenges when you were sort of starting off in your business. What encounters did you have in terms of challenges, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, so I'm just being a bit naughty. I'm changing
I could see you
my
changing
video.
the angle there.
You can see me. Oh my gosh, I'm just being a bit naughty.
Okay.
Here we go. Yes. I'm trying to, because I'm looking between the two. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
exactly. I'm looking in different directions as
kind of
well.
keep, yeah, trying
Just
to keep
trying to
my
see.
eyes in
Yeah.
one place. Let's.
Wiping my gloss off. Okay.
Oh gosh,
There we
let's
go.
see if this will work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh right, yes. So you said what were some of the challenges that I faced
Yes.
when starting in business, did you say?
Yes. When starting in business, or even during this lockdown, if there was any.
Okay. So my main challenge has always been
Mm.
believing in myself. I feel like if you don't believe in yourself, then either you won't start or you will only get so far. And
Yeah, that's true.
I do, just honestly speaking, I do believe that some of my delay in doing certain things or moving
Mm.
onto certain platforms or get myself out there has been because I don't fully believe in myself.
Yes.
In the past anyway. So even
Mm.
me as a speaker, you guys hear me speaking now when I'm speaking, but
Yeah.
honestly, there was a time when I didn't believe that I could speak. I didn't believe I was a great speaker.
Mm.
And I literally had to push myself to say, you know what, Sotonye, it's time for you to start saying yes to opportunities that are coming your way.
Yes.
And when I started saying yes, it actually allowed me to grow into the
Mm.
person I am today. So sometimes we look
Absolutely.
at people and we're like, oh, I
Mm-hmm.
wish I could be like this person. I wish I could be like that person. But
Mm.
you have to understand it's a journey. They've gone through a journey. They've gone through a
Journey.
process, and you
Absolutely.
have to be willing to go through your journey and start where you are. Sometimes
Mm.
people. One thing I never do is wait to be perfect before I start anything.
Exactly. Yes.
I like it, and for those that follow my videos, I'm always like, if it's good, then it's good to go. Do you know what I mean?
To
Like if the
go.
level you're going to
Yes.
execute it at is
Mm-hmm.
good enough, then just go, because along the way you will
Yes.
perfect whatever it is. But if you
Mm.
always wait for the perfect moment, you will never ever start, because
Ever
it will just never be
start.
perfect enough.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's always, and that's something that's still, like even me reaching out to some of the international wedding planners in this time,
Mm.
and thinking, oh my gosh, they're so much more bigger than me. Their brands are, like hashtag goals to me. Are they
Mm.
really going to even read my email? Like sometimes you have these thoughts, and you kind of feel like, oh, maybe if I had a bigger platform, then
Yes.
it may be easier to connect with them or whatever. But you just, I've learned in life that these are conversations you may have, but you have
Mm.
to get to a point where you just tell yourself, just be quiet and just get on with it.
Exactly.
And me getting on with it,
Mm.
every speaker I reached out to said yes, 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 and there was no like, oh, we don't really know who you are, like, and what was even more amazing was when I reached out, and I reached out to people that I thought I was kind of like that would be a blessing onto me. It then
Mm.
turned out from their feedback that I was being a blessing onto them,
To
because I
them.
was actually
Wow.
connecting them with other international planners that they wished that they could have connected with and hadn't.
Amazing.
So now through my platform, they were able
Mm.
to connect. So, the self-belief is a big thing. It's a
He
big thing.
is.
And
Absolutely.
so many people
Mm-hmm.
can tell you, oh yeah, you're amazing, you're so good at this, oh my, you need to start, like,
But you
so many
gotta
people can
believe it.
blow your trumpet. But if
Mm.
you don't blow your own trumpet, then
Exactly.
all of those, that encouragement is not going to amount to anything.
Indeed. I totally agree with you. I think we need to have more self-belief, And many of us, we struggle from self-limiting belief, and those
Yeah.
are the challenge. And sometimes the mindset also needs to be supported as well, you know. So I really do appreciate that you had a journey whereby you wasn't even thinking of yourself as somebody who was confident enough, but it took you time and process, and here you are now, confident, outspoken, and you know, you're able to share your journey and your story. So in everything that we do in life, there's always a beginning. So thank you so much for letting
Always.
us know that. Now let's talk about women when it comes to female entrepreneur creating their own platforms and creating their own opportunities. You know, sometimes people wait and wait and wait, and they never really get an opportunity. You know, no one comes and knock on their door to say, well, this is it, you understand. And sometimes they find that very hard, and they struggle, and they follow through the same thing. But I'm trying to change the script, because now it's about looking around you, because there's so many tools, there's so many resources that we can now use to actually start what we want to do. Whether you want to start a business, you want to create a digital product, whether you just want to have a forum where you're just empowering people, you're making an impact, you're making a change, you're feeding the homeless, you understand, you're supporting somebody else with their vision. Whatever that is, you can actually create your own platform. And there's no need to be waiting for anyone to validate you. You can step out, you
Yeah.
understand, and go ahead and deliver what you need to deliver. So let's talk about that. And what is your take on that? So it's about, you know, sharing tips, you know, for other entrepreneurs, for them to actually start creating their opportunities rather than waiting.
So so just to go back to how you kind of introduced the question,
Yeah.
you said that okay, there's people out there who have,
Mm,
been, they've tried, and they've
yes.
knocked certain doors and the doors haven't
Mm,
opened to them.
yeah.
Um, my encouragement, definitely number one, is first of all, you have to be sold out to the vision that you have,
Exactly.
because that commitment to not giving up is what's going to
Mm,
one day get you to where you need to get to. So many
indeed.
people give up along the way because they
Yes.
had so many doors closed, or they
Mm,
did an event like Tyler Perry. He did his show and nobody turned up. Imagine if Tyler
yes,
Perry
I
had
remember
given.
that story. Yeah.
Imagine if he
And he
a
spent
whole
quite a lot
Tyler
of money.
Perry, a
Yes.
whole Tyler
Yeah.
Perry now. Imagine if he had given up
Mm,
because at the first hurdle he failed, second hurdle he failed. And I
yeah.
think you, as an entrepreneur, your mindset has to be that I'm going to be successful. I
Yeah.
believe in this vision. I believe in this business. I believe in what I'm doing, and I'm
Mm,
ready to fight for it. Like you
yes.
have to fight for it. You have to fight for success. Success isn't just for some people. It comes easy. For others, you work for it. But whatever
Indeed.
you put
Yeah.
in, one day you will get out. So consistency and commitment to your
Mm,
vision is key. Number one. Number
exactly.
two is
Mm,
you need to sometimes you have to review the methods that you're using.
mm,
Sometimes we're like, oh, I've knocked 100 doors, but what 100 doors were you knocking, and
yes.
how were you knocking those doors?
Mm,
Sometimes, as business people, obviously, if you're new to entrepreneurship, you may not know how to talk about your business, and
yeah.
that's where training is actually really important. Get a business coach, somebody who can
Exactly.
actually tell you this is how you do it, expose you
Mm,
to their network, help you to open some of the doors. But even if not, just at least guide you
yeah.
on what you need to do and how you need
Mm-hmm.
to do it. Study, really research. How many videos have you watched? How many books have you read? How many
Yes.
courses have you attended?
Mm,
And you can do all of this simultaneously as you're starting. Like, don't think
yes.
you've got to do it all and have this
At
amazing business plan
once.
when you start.
Mm,
No, do it all at the same time.
yeah.
But sometimes you have to sit back and look at, okay, if this is not working, what do I need to switch up? And they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again,
Again.
and expecting to get a different result. That's not going to work.
Mm,
So if you feel that, okay, what you're doing isn't working, it's not yielding the result you're looking for, what can
yes.
you do differently? Look at people that
Mm,
are doing something similar to you. And this is what we call market research.
mm-hmm.
What are they doing? How are they
Yeah.
doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Can you maybe be inspired, not copy, but can you maybe
Exactly.
be
Yeah. I always say
inspired
be inspired.
by what they're doing,
Yeah.
for you to be like, okay, I see that they do things this way. So maybe if I now switch up my business a little bit this way, then
Mm,
maybe I can. And then you just try. Like, business is all about trial and error. If you're
yeah,
not willing to
absolutely.
try and
Mm-hmm.
fail, then you're not ready for business. If
Yes.
you think that you're gonna have a business put it out there, and tomorrow it's going to grow and become, you know, like the biggest business out there, whatever. Like it may work, but most of the success stories I've read and from my own experience, it doesn't happen like that. So number one, be committed and have that personal conviction that I'm ready to fight for this, and I'm ready. I'm not going to give up. Number two, review the strategies that you're using. You know, sometimes people don't want to invest in marketing. Oh, I want to grow my business organically. If investing in sponsored ads on Instagram or Facebook or whatever is going to help you, then do it.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to be ready to put in not just your time, but also put your money in into things that are going to help you to get ahead. And then number three is, you know, if you do all of those things and still maybe it's not happening. Actually, with number three, I'm gonna have a 4 points for this one. So number three is remember we spoke about this before. If you've got a business that's not meeting the needs of anybody, then nobody's gonna buy from it. You know, nobody's going to buy from it. So again, that's another thing. Don't only just review the methods and the strategies that you're using, but also review the business itself. Is this actually something that people actually want? Because if it's something that people want, then doors will open. Nobody's going to hear about your business and know that it meets their needs and not want to buy from you. What I mean? But then again, when you now review the business, like when you review with the needs, also review your pricing, review, you know, how you're delivering it. Are you delivering it on a platform that is right for your audience? Or are you pricing it at a price that is too low or too high? So don't just review what you're offering and review how you're offering it. And then the final thing, after you've done all of that and maybe nothing's budged, then get to a point where you become so creative that where you're trying to get onto other people's platforms, you then start to maybe see how you can create your own platform. For example, when I launched my events company, you know, before then I had, you know, become a speaker and I'd written a book, and, you know, I was getting asked to speak in different places, but, you know, it wasn't like so many people knocking my door. So instead of me being, you know, sitting at home and thinking, oh, nobody knows about me, I'm not getting the platforms that I really want to be speaking on. You know, my mindset was like, okay, I can do events and I can put myself on my own platform. And through doing my own events and obviously being the host, being the speaker, having my time in my own events to deliver my expertise, then I was getting my clients. So I was winning. Not only was I getting people signing up to my coaching, but also people were now inviting me to come and speak at their events. So, you know, you have to have the mindset. You have to have the mindset where if opportunities are not coming to you, then you create opportunities for yourself. Exactly. Don't be afraid to start platforms. Don't be afraid to, you know, like, for example, in the wedding industry, like with everything that's going on now, and, you know, Black people not necessarily being represented in like the mainstream media, you know, concerning weddings. Okay, that's fine. You don't want to feature my weddings. What platform can I create? Well, I can feature not only my weddings, but feature weddings that are similar to the weddings that I do. You know, instead of, you know, crying in front of these doors, you know, I've submitted my weddings to all of these different magazines and they're not accepting it. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Now, I'm either gonna, you know, create my own, or if you don't feel confident to do it by yourself, connect with somebody. Exactly. Collaboration. Collaborate. And together, join with somebody where together you guys can start this platform. So, you know, for me, there is no is never an option. Absolutely. You know, you have to, as an entrepreneur, you have to have that fighting spirit, but you have to be creative. Like it's interesting, when I first started out, you know, in business, believe me, I was not creative. I'm a very academic person. Okay. I'm a very academic person. You know, from young, I've always done well in school. Creativity, yes, but I'm somebody who works hard, and I believe that ability to be able to work hard to get the result I'm looking for obviously has helped me in business. But along the way, I've become so creative. Like now, I can say I am a creative person. I'm not like 100% there, but because I've been I've been confident enough to step out with the little
Mm,
faith and the little belief that I've had. I've then been able to grow, and I've been able to then develop in areas that I never would have been able to develop if I was waiting to let creativity come to me, which doesn't even make sense. Like, you
mm,
have to go out there and you have
yeah,
to do whatever you need to do. And I'm
exactly.
grateful that through me creating my own platforms, I've been able to create opportunities for people.
Mm,
I've been able to employ people. I've been
mm,
able to help people set up their own businesses. I've been able to help people to achieve their goals and their dreams,
yes.
just by me giving birth and being committed and being
Mm,
sold out to what I wanted to do. I've now been able to help other people, to do what they want to do. So it's
yes.
so important. I know I go on and on. Oh my God, it's so sorry, but when I'm
You
so
know what is
passionate about what
amazing?
I'm talking about.
It's really amazing listening to you, because it shows how far you've come and how passionate you are about your journey. And it's really a pleasure, interviewing you and just listening to you. And for me, I could listen to you all day as long as I have my coffee and my piece of cake. I'm good to go, because when we go through so much stuff in life, we're able to share it, and your story is so authentic and it's real and it's unique. And so for me, you can speak all day. But you know what? Let me just look at some of the amazing comments that's just coming. So someone said they definitely can relate to what you're saying. And someone also said that having strategy and having your own creative plan in place is definitely important. And also, if you were to kind of find your own niche, be an expert in it, be a guru, know what
Yes.
you're talking about, develop yourself, and also, be creative if you're a creative. And if you're not, partnership with somebody. I know you mentioned about collaboration and partnership, which
Yeah.
I think is so important. And I think that some of us, we want to stand and do things on our own. And then, to be quite honest, we can't do everything ourselves. We are good at certain things, and certain things we need other people to come in and help us with it, or we can actually collaborate. And I think collaboration is definitely key, working together in partnership. And also, someone mentioned about believing the offer. Some of us, we are not sure of what to charge. And I think you've actually mentioned it. You said about the pricing. What are you charging? Is it too high? Is it too low? Do you need someone to help you and guide you to let you know what your value is? Some of us, we don't even know what our value and what our worth is. So how can we now charge what we're worth when we do not even understand what that is? So we need a lot of work in terms of understanding what the value is and what we're charging, the time, the labor, the effort, bringing everything together to deliver it as a service to somebody. That takes a lot of time. That takes a lot of energy. And then somebody also said, before you even start the journey of finding or creating an opportunity, you first need to know yourself.
Yeah.
You need to know who you are. Who are you? Your identity. You understand the kind of style you're going to be using to deliver all these services and all these products. You understand having a unique skill set and experience. What does that look like? So all these fantastic things have been coming in, which is really amazing, fantastic. And I just wanted to just ask you about what are your final tips for any entrepreneur right now,
Mhm.
who is already in business already, on how they can actually kind of continue to be motivated and not to lose hope? Because, being an entrepreneur is a very lonely journey. And if you don't have a supportive network, you can easily just feel low self-esteem, you lack confidence, there's no clarity, there's no direction, you feel low, and you almost just want to give up. And so, what is your message to anybody watching right now who is an entrepreneur and they're actually at the point of their life, of their entrepreneur journey, and they're thinking, you know what, I've had enough. I'm not doing this anymore. What is your message to them?
So in life, you always have to, whenever you get to a point where you're just like, I'm not sure if I want to do this anymore, you always have
Mm,
to go back to your why. What
yes.
is your why? Your why is your anchor. Your why is your motivation. Your why is your driving force. And it's interesting
Mm,
that you one of the questions you asked in the very beginning
yeah.
was, what is your motivation? Why are you doing this? So, the reason why I decided to go down the route of entrepreneurship and be my own boss was because I truly believe that this is the vehicle that I'm going to use that will get me to financial freedom. And I definitely believe in having multiple streams of income as well. So if I know that this is one of my whys is financial freedom, one of my whys is obviously building a future for my children, I have many different whys. So when I feel like giving up, I go back to my whys and I ask myself, 10 years from now, the decision that I'm about to make, because maybe it's tough, maybe it's hard, the decision I'm about to make now, 10 years from now, am I going to regret that decision? And things being hard is never a good enough reason to give up on something.
Absolutely.
And things not always working out also is never a good enough reason to give up on something. It's in the failure, it's in the storm where you really learn skills that you would never have learned outside of that. Like starting out and being the marketing person, being the admin person, being the salesperson, being the social media manager, that's all you. But if not for that time, like you wouldn't really know, like when you now start employing people, what the expectations are. And you like when you bring people into your vision, like the sweat that you sweat to build the business to the level it is, like you're not here to mess about. Like there's a different,
exactly, you already know what is all about.
That you have worked for this, and you can look back and be like, you know what, thank you God that you have allowed me to be in the position that I am today. But when you give up, you can never ever say thank you God.
Exactly.
I'm so happy that I've been able to be a blessing, I've been able to impact, I've been able to inspire, I've been able to change my life, I've been able to set my children up. Like you can never have those testimonies and those victories if you give up in the fight. The fight is not there to take you out. It's to show you how strong you really are. And to really show you whether you really want this. So if you're not willing to fight for your business, then you have to ask yourself, am I really serious about this? And if you're not, then just leave it. Like in all honesty, go and like get a job, like work a 9 to 5, like just do something that's easy, because business is not for the faint-hearted.
It's not.
Like business is not for the faint-hearted. So if you're not willing to work longer hours than you were like when you work a 9 to 5 or however many hours you work in a job is nothing compared to what you work for by yourself in the early days.
Absolutely.
So if you're not willing, my advice to you would be just leave the business. But if you know that this is what you really want to do, and this is a vehicle to get you to where you're trying to get to, then you have to be committed. You have to stay consistent. And success is hard work over time will give you success. People turn around and they say, oh, you're an overnight success. What, you mean overnight equating to 10 years of hard work? Then yeah, but there's no such thing as overnight success, because even before you see somebody in the limelight, believe that they've hustled they've knocked on how many doors? Some people have even gone homeless. Some of the successful people were willing to go homeless for the dream and for the vision. So you have to ask yourself, am I serious about this? Am I committed? Do I believe in what it is that I'm doing?
Absolutely.
And if you believe that this is your purpose, then you have no other route. But
you've got to hold on to it.
It will work out. I guarantee you, it will work out. Anything that you sow, whatever you sow, you will reap. And sometimes we're not even working hard in our business. We're giving it part-time hours. And then we're wondering why it's not working out. Well, if you give something part-time where you only work on it once a month, or you only post on your social media page like once a week, and you're surprised you don't have thousands of followers. Sometimes we have to also do an MOT on our own self, and what that's right, indeed, and realizing that you're trying to get results, but you're not even worthy of those results that you want, because you're not even putting in. You're trying to sow where you haven't even reaped. So you're trying to reap where you haven't even sown. So I just want to encourage you, like if you are saying that you want to have your own business, you want to be your own boss, because the only reason why you want to get into business is one of the reasons is for financial freedom and for time freedom. If that's what you want, then you've got to be willing to do whatever it takes. And there's a quote that says, do today what others won't, so you will have tomorrow what others will not. And that's what business is all about. Many people will not start a business because it's too hard, but if you start this journey and you believe in what you're doing, then in due season you will reap. and it will be the best decision that you ever made.
Fantastic. You know what? You've actually given us some amazing nuggets today, and it's just been tremendous having you on the show, interviewing you, and really listening to all the amazing tools. And I'm so super grateful that you came on today. And someone said, never give up. Your why puts you in the driving seat, and you've actually mentioned that in your talk just now, which is amazing. Care about the client and work in their favor, and you'll be blessed as you bless them, which is really amazing. You know what, it's been amazing. We've talked about so many amazing information, and you've actually given us so many ideas on how we can be productive, how we can actually make money, make profits around this time, this lockdown season. And you've given us so many advice in terms of, do you want to be in business? And if you want to do it, then, go ahead and do it. Come out of your comfort zone and really step out. So I want to say thank you to you. You
Can
are
I add
amazing.
something? Because
yes.
time up. Can I add? Can I add
Yes.
something?
Yes, you can do.
Okay, so if we look at Zoom, this is a very practical example.
Oh yes, I always use that as an example. Go on.
Yeah, now like Zoom. Let's say
Mm.
Zoom. Obviously now, like Zoom, I believe has been a successful company, and it's a company I've been using before the lockdown.
Yes,
but
yeah.
let's say that maybe they got to a point where they're just like, oh, they wanted to give up. Imagine if they had given up. Look at them now. Look at them now. And that means that somebody else would have, taken what they're enjoying now.
Absolutely.
So sometimes, a door, like I truly believe that if you stay on this path, one day your time will come. Does that make sense? And it's like this was Zoom's time. Like this was Zoom, and there's so many other
exactly
in this time that because they were diligent, they didn't give up, they were consistent. Now this is their time, and for other people, maybe there's going to be other times, but you just have to keep on going. And I know that a door will open. And Zoom, like I just like Zoom. I'm so happy for them. So happy for them right now.
Absolutely. I usually just kind of share that story with my children as well, because I say whatever skills you have, you need to nurture it. You need to learn how to be perfect at it, and teach other people as well. And I always say, what, go and read about this wonderful person who created this wonderful app. Zoom is actually made quite a lot of profit, especially during this season. And this is what we're talking about. It's about season. When is your season? You will know it. You will feel it. So it's just incredible. Now, how can people actually get in touch with you before Instagram locks us off?
Oh, okay, yes. Okay. Yeah. So thank you first of all to everybody who has joined us and has stayed with us for this whole talk. Thank you so much, and we pray that this will be impactful. It won't just be words that you've heard, but we want it to transform and to change and to help you get to the next level in your life. Every day you must grow. Every day you must do something that will help you to grow and to tap into your potential. Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Carry on. We have our other stream in there. Carry on.
Okay, lovely. So every day you must do. Okay. So every day you must do something that's going to help you to release your potential and to just allow your greatness to come forth. Now, for those of you who want to continue that journey and you want to maybe access some resources that I've written, you can go to my website, which is www.sotonyederu.com. So that's www.sotonyederu.com. And there I have some videos you can watch. I've got some resources. I've got a coaching manual helping you to achieve your goals and your dreams. I've also got a book that I've written for young people, helping them to achieve their goals and their dreams. And I've even got a colouring book for little children, again, helping them to think about their future and what they want to be. So there's so many resources on my my website that you can purchase and invest in. And then also on my social media handles, if you follow at Sotonye Deru on Instagram, I am always putting out positive content, motivational content, just to really help you to stay encouraged and to really, just be all that you can be. So at Sotonye Deru on Instagram. And then also mums that are desperately looking for more balance and just looking for more fulfillment in life, head over to my Instagram page, which is at The Balance Mum Club. So that's at The Balance Mum Club, where I will be doing a lot more things in the coming months to really support you on your transition from almost burnout to effective balance. And then for those of you who are getting married and you're looking for a wedding planner and somebody to plan your amazing wedding, head over to my wedding platform, which is at SD Weddings MGT. So that's SD Weddings MGT. And that's my wedding planning platform. So yeah, that's all the places you can connect with me if
You are
if you've
incredible.
enjoyed what I shared with you today.
You are incredible, honestly. Is there anything else that you haven't done yet? What are we
Oh,
to
there's
expect?
many.
What are we to expect from you in the near
Oh
future?
my gosh, there's so much. Like I am so grateful for this time in regards
Yeah.
to just being able to kind of re-strategize my businesses and kind of just make some changes and to start things that I actually really wanted to start but never really had the opportunity to do. So there's so much that's going to be coming out for me, especially in regards to just more training and more coaching. That's definitely the angle that I'm looking at for this year and next year. Just really
Fantastic.
now taking people by the hand and really helping them to make that transition from where they are to where they want to get to, and doing it, you know, with ease, with confidence, and in quicker time than they would if they were to do it by themselves.
By
So that's
themselves.
another amazing benefit of working with me and having me as your coach, is that we achieve things in half the time, or
Yes.
even like just in just a much like quicker time than if you were to do it all by yourself. Yeah.
Fantastic. You are just incredible. I so much just love your energy and all this wonderful accomplishment. Thank you so much. You are just a queen. And I want to say thank you for coming on the show. You've really helped us all today. And just lastly, someone just said, oh, thank you so much. You're an amazing role model. And I love listening to your story. Thanks for empowering us today on this platform. You are a queen. And I salute you. God bless you. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you. You are a queen, and you know.
Thank you so
it's so
much.
important that that we continue to support each other.
Yes.
We continue to, and you know, support can take many different forms.
Yes.
But just, you know, especially like anyone who is listening that maybe doesn't have a business, or even if you do, how you support others is how people will support you.
Indeed.
And just a simple, you know, like underneath somebody's post, or a simple, you know, share, or just a simple DM, you know, just saying, hey, love what you're doing, keep it up, you know, things like that. Just really encourage us to keep on going.
It does.
So
it does.
Just always look to be a blessing, and as you look to be a blessing, you will always be blessed. That's one
incredible
thing I definitely know and stand by.
You are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, ladies and our lovely gentlemen, thanks for joining the Adapt to Thrive. Thanks for coming on today and, you know, giving us your positive questions and your wonderful participation. It's been great having you on. Thank you to my wonderful guest. Join me again next week as we carry on, you know, supporting female entrepreneurs, helping them to have a voice and to share their strategies, tools, as well as resource to help us, especially to adapt during this season. So take care. Lots of love and kisses from me. Stay blessed. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
God bless
Take care. You too. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye.